Hi, hello, it's Sugar, and I've got footage from the second day of PTR raid testing, covering the Council of Dreams and Smolderon encounters. Council of Dreams is a 3-boss fight where you need to kill all 3 bosses simultaneously to prevent them from reviving each other. Each boss has a special 100 energy ability that needs to be countered using other mechanics in the fight. If you fail to counter, it has a penalty associated with each. The first 100 energy ability is Urktok's Blinding Rage. This is a raid-wide AoE that grows in intensity the longer it's up. The counter to this is Pip's Polymorph Bomb. Random players are turned into ducks who must eat 3 noxious blossoms that Erwin spawns around the room. After eating 3, use the Preen ability to dispel the polymorph on top of Urktus. This will also spread to anyone within 7 yards, so only 1 duck needs to be on top of him at a time. You can intentionally spread the polymorphs to help clean up the blossoms to lessen the raid damage. The next one to reach 100 energy is Erwin with Constricting Thicket. We use Urktok's Barreling Charge to break the roots she's put on us and stop the raid-wide AoE. This charge occurs throughout the fight and needed to be soaked by at least 5 people. Anyone who soaks is debuffed and is unable to soak again for 1 minute. Last, Pip's 100 energy ability is Song of the Dragon. This places a shield on the entire raid that needs to be broken using the noxious blossoms around the room. If this has failed, Pip will make you dance for your life and then stun you for a short while if you live. Other notable mechanics here for the bear are his frontal agonizing claws that kept players out of the front and forced the tanks to swap. Erwin threw poison javelins at random players that exploded on anyone within 10 yards, and Pip would use emerald winds on the raid to push everyone around. I think this was one of the better council style fights we've seen recently, but it was a bit annoying having Erwin and Pip jump all around the room, but I am looking forward to doing it on live. I'll pick up the voiceover at the next boss. Smolderon is a two-phase fight that repeats, and it was a little frustrating because everything is red or orange, and I found it really hard to distinguish one mechanic from the other or find the safe areas because of this. Some big color changes need to happen in this fight for quality of life purposes. It does have some redeeming factors though. The mechanics all seem very straightforward. Half the raid is overheated with circles that shoot out lava geysers that need to be dodged. Following this, anyone who doesn't have a circle should soak with the tank. Anyone soaking gets a heal absorb that drops a fire explosion under them after it's healed off. After that, there was fire that we needed to bait behind him. He does this a few times before entering his second phase, where anyone who soaked the tank mechanic will drop these living flame balls that need to be collected to increase your DPS or healing, and if you don't collect them and they go to the boss, they buff him. It seemed like we could only see our own living flames and not other players' flames, so it's all on you to clean up after yourself. After you make it through phase 2, the fight repeats, and after phase 2 happens 4 times, it's supposed to be an enrage, but we didn't make it that far. And that's all for the PTR testing today, with 4 bosses now tested in total. Let me know what you think of the raid so far in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye!